Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today we're talking about my £300 PC build. Now, to get this started, all the parts are brand new apart from the GPU, so you will have a warranty for most parts, which I feel like is an advantage considering that most videos online either give you really crappy PC parts for very cheap, or most of them are second hand and you won't have a warranty on them. Now with this means that you can go ahead and return a part if it doesn't work, or you want to go ahead and change up the processor or whatever. If you don't think that that's the right processor for you, you'll be able to go ahead and change it. Now, the only part that I actually did use secondhand was the GPU, but more on that in later in the video. So let's get on with the build. To start things off, I decided to buy a bundle from my motherboard, CPU and RAM. Now, bundles are all over the internet now. You can go ahead and go on Amazon, eBay, whatever site you want to go on. You'll find pre-built bundles which include a motherboard, a CPU and RAM. Now these are a lot cheaper considering that you buy them in a bulk rather than buying them individually, and they usually come pre-built, so you're already you're killing two birds with one stone. Now the bundle actually came down to 160. Now, actually, it consisted of a Asus H110R motherboard, a Pentium G4560 CPU, and 8 gigs of crucial RAM. It's DDR4, which it means it's very quick, and it's the latest RAM there is. I believe it's 2144 megahertz or some shit like that. I don't know, but it's a quick kind of RAM, and it's 8 gigs, so that's all you really need. The Pentium is a 3.5 gigahertz processor, which is all you need. It's got 2 cores and it's got it's hyper threaded, I believe, to 4 threads, I think. So it's exactly what you need for a basic gaming experience. If you don't look to live stream or whatever, it will do you just fine. Now onto the hard drive, I used a 1TB Seagate for £30 to save me the money, and I didn't waste my money on an SSD because I knew that although it would speed up the boost times, boost loading times, I still decided that what, it is a budget build, and an SSD will just make it up to £60 to £100 more expensive. Now to the main component, which is my GPU. Now it may seem a bit odd that I went for an older GPU, but I went for the GTX 660 MSI Twin Frozen 3. Now first of all, I would like to say this is the quietest graphics card I've had, and it's second hand. It's crazy. It is completely silent. Maybe because of the giant heat pipe that's inside it and the fact that the fans are amazing, but it was an enthusiast card back in the day, which means that it packs a punch now, and it can seriously hold AAA titles today at 1080p, around 60 frames a second for most of them. Now the actual beast that powers this whole thing is an EVGA 500-watt power supply, and the reason I went for an EVGA is because you really can't go cheap on power supplies. It's a thing that powers your whole system, and you want to make sure that it's a solid build and that it'll be able to go ahead and hold it. Now the actual case itself is a Zalman TZ2, and although it's basic as fuck, I can tell you that the pure black with no window panels is ideal for people like me who cannot do cable management. Now if you want to see the actual benchmarks for this video, just go into the description below and you will find a link to my previous video where I tested it on a few games, and trust me, the results are not disappointing. They're brilliant. Now if you've got any ideas for a better build for cheaper prices for the parts, let me know in the comments below, and I'll definitely read them and I'll definitely reply to you. Apart from that, thanks for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Until then, peace, goodbye, and I'm out.